Hello, welcome to Julius Bar. Today I'm going to propose an original cocktail which I'd like to name the Black Vesper. So the story of this cocktail started when I bought these two distillates, which are quite interesting. So this mezcal, it's a Julia mezcal from Mexico, and I read no review about it. I just bought it because he had a really beautiful bottle. I liked it and he had a reasonable price. Now, the taste and the smell of this, as it turns out, is a bit weird. So the smell is really something resembling onions, and more specifically Burger King onion rings mixed with some vinegar. And of course some smoke from a mezcal, but it's really weird. And then for the second distillate, this Trans-Caribbean rum line, Night Rambler High Hester rum. It's a blend of Haitian and Jamaican rums. It's a clear rum at 42%, and as soon as I smelled it, I was like, this is weird. It smells like something. What does it? It smells like black olives and molasses. So this is also a really weird distillate. It's impossible to drink and eat. It has this really strong alcohol flavor, and I was like, well, now I bought this distillate, what am I gonna do with them? And I was like, isn't it perfect to match them? I mean, black olives and onions seems like a match made in heaven. And so I was like, I worked on this new cocktail, which is inspired by the Vesper of James Bond fame, but as I worked and reworked the recipe, it turned out to have nothing in common with the Vesper except being served in a martini glass. So let's start working on the cocktail. And for once, I would like to start from the garnish. I'm gonna start by making a real quick vinaigrette. I'm gonna use the juice of a sour Japanese mandarin called Hebesu. You can also use a lime or a lemon, or a mandarin. No, but if you use a mandarin, you have to mix it with something a bit more sour. So juice of half of that, a drop of balsamic vinegar from Modena, and then a drop, like a really drop of sesame oil. Sesame oil essential because it tastes awesome. But you don't want to put too much because otherwise everything is gonna taste like sesame oil, and we don't want to disrupt the flavor of our drink. So let's give this a quick stir. Let's put that on the side, and then I'm gonna take some fillet of tomato I prepared beforehand. I took the tomatoes, I boiled them, then cooled them down, peeled them, took out the seeds. Usual process to fillet tomatoes. If you don't know how to do it, just search online, there are gonna be thousands of guides. I'm just gonna cut it to shape, so it's gonna have a nice fillet shape. I need 3 of this. 1, 2. And 1, 3. I'm gonna dip the tomato fillet in the vinaigrette and leave that on the side while I build the cocktail. For our cocktail proper, I'm gonna go for 30 milliliters of this mezcal that smells like onions and smoke and vinegar in a good way, possibly. Yeah, it smells vinegarish. And then 30 milliliters of this rum, which by the way is produced by Le Maison de Whiskey, which is a really well-known rum bottler. I don't know why it's called Le Maison de Whiskey, but do they bottle any whiskey? I don't know. And it really smells like black olives. Also in a kind of positive way. So 30 of this, 30 of the mezcal, and then we're gonna put 10 milliliters of brine from black olives. This is a 5 milliliter spoon, so I'm gonna put a couple of spoons of this. This brine is not really salty at all. It's some black olives from a can and they are fairly sweet. So if you have something that's a lot more salty, I don't know, maybe you're gonna need to change the proportion. I also don't know why you really wanna make this cocktail unless you have like this exact distillates. So, well, we are gonna talk about that later. So we got our ingredients. Let's put some ice. And let's stir this bad boy. By the way, we just saw the latest Bond movie, No Time to Die, yesterday. And we went back to the movie theater after 2 years, about 2 years. Because, yeah, you know, Corona happened. And it was fun. And IMAX, man. And I must say, while I always liked the James Bond movies of the last era with Daniel Craig, my son was a really big fan. And he really had a good time, an emotional time with the last movie. Which I don't know how I would rank it in the Daniel Craig era movies. The best, I don't know, maybe Casino Royale is still the best. He has the perfect mix of practical effects, character development, which used to lack from James Bond movies, great villain, great Bond girl. But this last one was really good too. Let's see if we achieved perfect chill temperature. Just like at the end of Skyfall. Maybe we're there. Let's strain in our cocktail glass. And then let's finish our garnish. So I'm gonna get all fancy with this decoration. I'm gonna insert one tomato fillet, then one olive, then the other side of the tomato fillet, then again another tomato fillet, one olive, and the other side of the tomato fillet. Yeah, like that. And then the last one. Just like that. Let's drop it in our drink. And there you go, a black vesper. Cheers. Yeah, black olives plus this rum that smell like black olives, plus this one that smell like onion, makes like a perfect aperitif. Well, let me try. Yeah, I mean, it's really boozy, it's strong, but it tastes like the aforementioned vegetables, which is a plus before dinner. I can also get a bit of sesame oil that comes up from the tomato, enough of a piece of resistance. This skewer actually might be the best part about the cocktail. That's really tasty, the tomato with the olive. Perfect appetizer. So while I think it's gonna be pretty hard for you to replicate exactly this recipe unless you have exactly this distillate, this mezcal and this rum, and on the other side, I don't really know why you would want to buy these two unless you're really big a fan of onion rings and black olives in your distillate. But at least I found a way to use them in a constructive way in a pretty decent cocktail. I also like the color that the black brine gives to this cocktail. So it's a black vesper that has nothing to do with original vesper, but I saw Bond movie, so I decided to call like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed your Bond movies. And please like, subscribe, type your heart out in the comments, do whatever you want, shake yourself a drink, and I will see you next time. Cheers.